Hi, it's Paulette, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I have just 12 subscribers, I, and I just really hope that at one point that more people would actually find me. I'm hoping my message is worth listening to. I think it is. And I really feel that it can help someone out there that's searching for some form of guidance. I'm going through my own challenges, and I'm hoping my challenges and what I'm doing is able to help someone else through their challenges. So today is January 18th of 2025, and that works out to a one day, and that's all about new beginnings. And I really find it interesting when I feel guided to do a video, because I don't do them very often. I just do them when I feel compelled to do them. I don't want to feel like I need to manufacture one, two, three a week, or whatever it is. I want to be led to do that, and so that's what I'm doing. So today is my 14th video. And so what I've been liking to do is research what the number means and see if it's relevant to what I want to talk about. And it's really ironic that it is. And I don't plan it. I know what I want to say, and I know it's my 14th video, and I want to research what number 14th is, and I don't try to make it fit either. And what I've found to be ironic is one of the words that it describes the number 14 I used in something I wrote, and I'm going to read that to you. I'm going to do some reading today, like I did in my last video, because I'm just going to read to you what I wrote to myself to try to work through how I'm feeling and thinking. And I just hope it helps someone. So the number 14 is about balance, harmony, and trust. It's also about personal freedom. And apparently it's a popular number in the Bible. I'm not someone that studied the Bible. I've done the church thing that I needed to do when I was a child, but to be honest with you, I don't know much about the Bible. But so it talks about it rains for 14 days. There's 14 lambs. There's 14 plagues. There's 14 rams. There's 14 cubits. Or what someone wrote here, whoever put it on Google, their personal favorite was that there was 14 wives. I guess they like to have lots of wives. But the Holy Bible loves to reference to the number 14, which I really personally don't know. I'm just reading this because someone obviously that knows about it has wrote this. So these days, the mostly associated with love, thanks to good old Saint Valentine. So that's obviously February 14th. So the number 14 reference to salvation, liberation, and release. And it deals with your personal freedom and level of consciousness. And this I found to be interesting. I guess in Exodus 12:6, the 14th day of the month was the start of Passover, or when Israel was a nation was started. I just find that to be interesting because it's about liberation and starting anew, which is the number 1. and kind of referencing to what I want to discuss with you as well. So it's balance and harmony and commitment to your dreams, and it's a call to trust your intuition and connect with your spiritual essence. So the deliverance of Israel from the bondage of Egypt, which I've heard different interpretations of what Israel means and Egypt. Even those are places people have referenced it to your mind. Our bodies, Israel, and Egypt is the mind, which I find that to be interesting. So we want to be delivered from the bondage of our minds, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about. So it's the firstborn from the death, which means the blood of lambs sprinkled on the doorstep. So it was like protecting you. So I want to talk to you about freeing yourself from your beliefs that limit you. So I don't know if I want to just read what I wrote here and then read to you what I wrote going back from January 5th, where I got this little notebook. I wanted to write down, I have it in my bed, and like in the morning, or whenever I feel compelled, because I don't know, when I'm in my bedroom, I just feel at total peace. More than, even though I'm pretty much alone all day, I feel more at peace in my solitude of my own bedroom. Maybe because it's a little bit more quiet. Even though I'm like I said, I'm alone pretty much throughout the whole day. And I just look out the back door, which got French doors, looking out to the backyard. And I just love looking at nature and observing it. It's not much more than I do. So if you were to ask me what I did all day, that's what I do. I do that all day. So I'm alone with my mind all the time. So, which is not a good thing, to be alone with your mind if you can't control your mind. And that's what's important. So we need to stop feeling that our vision, our dreams are crazy or insane. So we're all different people. So we're going to have different visions, different dreams about what we want in our life. So we're all unique in our own ways. So I'm a bit excited to share with you what I wrote in here. I think it's meaningful. So I hope it's meaningful to you. And, if you feel compelled to share it with someone else, then please do so. That's what I really wanted to do with this channel. Even though I got 12 subscribers, oh my God. It's funny. It's funny. I'm not wanting to get big, but, at least have some new people instead of a solo friend or, but, I guess even if it is a solo friend, that's fine. My words might be able to help someone that they know. But so, like I said, I'm excited to share with you what I wrote in here. It's my inner feelings. And this channel is about opening up and making myself vulnerable to show you that we're pretty much all alike. And don't think you're the only one that's out there thinking or feeling the way that you do. So, so we're all one. I mean, when we think about it, we all came from a source, and my oldest daughter, she's my challenge. She's a Sagittarius, so she likes the science portion. If it's not linked by science, then it's not the truth. But I think that not me, but people that are into science are starting to um, connect the dots with the spiritual aspects with the science. And there's, I'm trying to think of his name. I just saw a video. I think his last name is Brayton. Um, he lives actually in New Mexico, and he talks about the indigenous and how they brought the rain. And I I I really feel that that is something that you can do. I mean, it's the unseen. It's like I explained to my children, everything is energy. Our words are energy. Um, you know, anything in your home is creating an energy, a vibration to your home. That's why you don't want things in your home that you don't want in your life. So it's important to get rid of the things and to clear the clutter. And personally, that's why I really would like to be alone, so I don't have someone else creeping in things into my world that I don't want in my life. Their clutter in my life. I want to limit that. So I also want to talk about how you need to choose to be more conscious of your thoughts and what you are doing. And that's why I recommended this book by R.J. Spina, Change Your Mind, because I read I didn't read it. I listened to the audio, and I started writing down my thoughts, because we can think things all day long and they come and go and we forget about what we thought. But as soon as you write it down and you put it on paper, you can go back to it. And that's what led me to wanting to do this video today, because I went back to what I wrote. I wrote something for today, and I decided to go back to when I first started writing in here, was the 5th of January. So we all have an inner wisdom which is unique to us. So that's why you should never ask someone else, what should I do? Because they're not you. I mean, we as humans want advice, and I guess I'm trying to give you advice, but my advice is more to listen to you, listen to your inner compass on what you feel, because what you feel, someone might think you're just crazy, and maybe you are. But, you ain't going to figure out you're crazy until you go with what you wanted to do. I guess that's the whole thing. I mean, because you won't know until you try, and that's really what I want to talk about. So our brain is trained, not capable of understanding what our heart, that I'm trying to listen to my heart more. Even though it doesn't make sense, it really doesn't. Because our brain wants to make logic out of it, and that's only from what we've learned. And we need to understand that we've learned what our brain knows. Our body knows something different. And so, like, I was talking to my oldest daughter, um, who's, she, yeah, she's a tough cookie, but she wants the science. And, she's talking about the Big Bang Theory and all that. And I said, well, you need to think about how we as humans, it's amazing how there's so much in this world and we don't understand how it first got here, how it was created, how it goes through its cycles of, like, here I live in Pennsylvania, so we got the four seasons, and right now it's winter. And so the plants and things have gone dormant, but then they go back to blooming again when the weather starts getting nice. And then I brought up, I said, don't you find it amazing? If you think us humans just came from like nowhere, I mean, come on. I, you know, Even though you can't explain it, you can't think that we came from nowhere. I mean, we had to come from somewhere. And so I brought up the topic of it's amazing how just birthing a child, to create a child, for it to go, and it's in your body growing and developing, and then it knows when it's supposed to be born and what to do. I mean, it's when you really think about it, it's insane that our bodies know, we know, and our minds our minds try to complicate matters by thinking it knows better because, hey, so and so said don't do this, or hey, don't go over there. Yeah, there's dangers. Okay, there's that. But just because something didn't work for someone else doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. If that's a desire that you're wanting, go with it. Go with that desire. So, and when I was trying to prepare this video for the longest time, because my laptop hadn't been updated in a long time, and so I was probably for over an hour going through this whole process of trying to get the video going. And I saw my YouTube channel, and so the August 14th stuck out to me because it was the number 14, and it was about learning to ride the wave of life. And that's pretty much what I'm talking about. We need to learn to ride that wave more and more. I tell my thoughts to shut up, go away. If I don't want my thoughts, I tell them to go the hell away and don't ever come back, because I don't want to honor that thought anymore. And those thoughts creep up less and less. I mean, it's a battle. It's a battle of the mind, because we have been programmed to think a certain way, and we're thinking that's right. So I want to get into my writing. So like I said, I started on the 5th of January writing this. So, and I'm going to be open and vulnerable with you. I'm not editing any of this. So I said, I wake up wondering what lies ahead, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed. And at my age, no one's really wanting to hire me. And so I don't know what my future holds. And so I'm stuck in my mind a lot. Like I said, I'm looking outside, but I'm trying to be more in the moment, and this is what I'm talking about. So I wake up wondering what lies ahead. Why is it that I can't sit and enjoy the present moment? It's like I look I either look try to think ahead, which heck, how do I know what's ahead? I can imagine what could be ahead, but I might be imagining the worst case scenario, and who says that's going to happen? And why would I even want to create that in my life? So I'll try not to interpret because I'm already 21 minutes into this. So right now right now can never be taken away from me. The present moment can never be taken away from me. Yet I'm not enjoying it. I'm not. I really am. I'm not enjoying it. I might be content, but I'm not enjoying it. And life is meant to be enjoyed. And I'm going to start crying. I'm not enjoying my life right now. So I worry too much about what's ahead versus enjoying the gift of the present. Our mind sure can be our greatest enemy. And yeah, our mind is our greatest enemy. When we lose all thought, we are at peace. So think about that. When you just dead staring or whatever, you're in total peace. You're not thinking about nothing, but yet you're happy. Because we are just enjoying the present. So stop searching. That's chasing away all the goodness. When you think about it, when you're thinking about, oh, what's ahead, what's my future going to hold, people talk about planning. I don't know. Planning's okay for some things, but not for all things. So you ever notice when something is lost or misplaced, you get stressed and you don't find it, but as soon as you say, oh well, I did that the other day. I was wearing a bracelet, and I was like, I swear I wear many bracelets. I wear crystals. And I was like, I swore I had another one, but I didn't know what it was, but I swore I had another one. And I was looking on my bed because I was getting dressed, sitting on my bed. And I was like, oh, well, it'll show up. And so I dropped it. I just dropped the thought of finding the bracelet. And so actually when I came up later that night to go to bed, I noticed something on my rug by my bed. And I was like, oh, what's that? And you know what? It was my bracelet. That was so funny. I just gave up trying to look for it, not stress about it. I probably could have got up and moved around, but it wasn't that important, and not everything's important at that given moment. To me, not to wear it, was it really important? No. So same thing applies to our desires or dreams. I know they say chase after your dreams. I believe you can work towards it to make it happen, but don't chase it. Like when you were a kid and someone would chase you, of course you would run, but after the chaser stopped, you eventually went back to them. Think about that. I mean, that's just a simple analogy, but it's really relevant because what's not chasing you, you're naturally led to go back to. And that's something that I really need to work on, because when you want something so much, it's it's like you're chasing after it. You want to attract it. You don't want to chase it. So, and that's a challenge for me to get over. So it's okay to have wants, desires, but don't chase. Enjoy the present moment, for that is a gift for you today. So surrender into the moments. Yes, it's hard when life keeps you always busy, and I almost think that we're made to be busy so we don't elevate. Yeah, I thought about that, because when you are busy doing something else, you're not enjoying the present moment, because you're in chaos mostly, because that's how our world has been created anymore, to live in chaos and being busy and have all these duties and responsibilities. So yeah, so it's hard for the average person to just not be sucked up into that. So what not working has done for me is to allow me to find my inner peace. I feel so much more peaceful than I have in decades, actually, because I've always been giving my energy out and not receiving back to me. That's been huge. So I still have struggles. That's not the easiest thing to break. All the programming we have endured over the decades. Society has made it a normal thing to be busy, rushed, pressured, instead of feeling peace. If you truly enjoyed what it is you are doing, those three things don't exist. You're not busy, you're not rushed, you're not pressured. So I believe I've done a great job. I mean, my most critical daughter has said that she appreciated how she was raised, because we're all different. And so for those of you with kids or around kids, caregiver, any of those, don't allow there's safety measures, yes, but don't allow your way of being, and I'll give you another example. Don't allow your way of being to be their way of being, because we all have different paths. We all have different things to learn. I've learned things along the way. If I didn't learn them, I wouldn't know them. And sometimes you have to learn them to know them. For someone to tell you is really not, yeah, you can learn certain things that way, but it's not the true, authentic way of learning it, by experiencing it. So there's only one of you, and no one can be another. You cannot duplicate anyone in this world. You might come close, but you can't duplicate. So your inner compass is the key to knowing you are doing the right thing. If you feel peace and harmony, which this harmony thing, along with the number 14, yeah, I found that to be ironic, is the right choice. So I know I'm doing the right thing by doing what I'm doing, working on me. It's not, of course, it's not creating money. I don't, yeah. Unfortunately, in this world, we need money to survive. We need money to pay for things. Yeah, That's probably my only thing that needs changing in my life is the money concept of how to bring that into my world. So I know there's nerves, but that's fear, which is our mind at work. Our mind is our enemy, I'm telling you, of making up things and holding you back in life. If you have a true conviction about something, stick with it. Stick with it. If there's nothing telling you to do something different, stick with what you feel is the right thing to do. So learn to go with the flow and feel at ease instead of the mind being busy, rushed, pressured, which goes back to the programming for generations. Break that. That's when you find happiness. It's within you. When you were born, you are perfect. You're perfect. You didn't have anybody else's beliefs, to go off of. It's just your own inner compass. It's amazing when you watch a child grow up. They just know what to do. It's amazing. So break that. So which goes back to our programming for generations. Break that. That's when you find happiness. It's within you. When you are born, you are perfect. It's with time we built up things we thought we were supposed to. Yeah, that's going off of observation of someone else. That's why it's important to do the right things around your children or around children that are developing. And so they don't see, something that they shouldn't. So don't compare your life to anyone because our lives are different. Comparing only leads to sadness. Learn to enjoy the present. So when I was convinced that I needed to reprogram my mind. I didn't want to think the way I thought. I was born with the limitations instilled in me because my parents were born in the Great Depression. And so everything about my childhood was all about limitations. So I came across a video, and I don't even remember who it was. I really can't. But it was about reciting things every day. And at first it seems weird, just like when I used to look in the mirror and I tell myself I love me. I hardly ever looked in the mirror. Now, I can look in the mirror and I can smile at myself. I can tell myself I love me. But this, what I'm going to read to you is something that I learned to remember, to say to myself, because it's about you and your world. It was, I am that I am. I am the substance, my whole being made manifest, centered and established in the one mind. And I am not disturbed by the falsities that surround me. So I wanted to be in my own world, in my own mind, and not have the exterior, what's going on around me, affect affect me and my inner being. And so when I would struggle, I would repeat this. I would, and I still remember this. it it's crazy. I was like, I'm never going to remember this, and here I remembered it. So that was all I wrote on the 5th. So on the 7th, I decided to write something more. And so I read something and realized, because I spent a lot of time on YouTube. It fills my day. I've been listening to mantras. Not that I know what they mean. I can read the interpretation of them. They write them in English. But the vibration feels good to my body. And so I know that it's doing me, my spirit, something good. So there was, somebody wrote a community post, and it had the word trying in it, and I was like, ugh, I don't like that word. I don't like the word trying. So I read something and realized how the words we use really matter. The word trying, that means working at it. You would think that's something good, but I don't want to be working at it, which you would think is counterproductive. So that means not having it. I want to have it. So, I don't want to not achieving it or not achieved. So that's trying. So I am an achiever. I am a doer. So instead of trying, you do it. Go do it. Don't go trying it. Go do it. I am a haver. I am successful. I am accomplished. I feel all of the above. I do feel that. Like I said, I may not have my outer world, may not be the best, because like I said, the only thing I really feel I'm lacking is the money. And I don't feel like it's not coming. I'm going to achieve that. I don't know how, but I'm going to achieve that. And I'm sticking with that. So I am an achiever, and I'm accomplished in all that I do. And I really feel that I do. Like I told my daughter, probably a year ago, I made it this far in life. Like I've said in past videos, I'm 59. I made it this far. I made it this far by fumbling through life. I don't want to be a fumbler anymore. I want to be someone that actually consciously. Now that's the problem, because I'm now consciously, so I'm attached to what I want. And I need to get over that. So that's what I wrote on the 7th. On the 9th, I wrote, we must always remember that life is full of ups and downs, dips, valleys, mountains, plains. Nothing is consistent. The only thing that can be consistent is your inner world, how you feel. Your outer world, that's why I am that I am. I am the substance being made manifest, centered and established in the one mind. And I am not disturbed by the falsities that surround me. That's what this goes back to. So don't let your mind trick you. Your mind tries to keep you safe, tries to keep you out of harm. Does it Does it try to really make you go and achieve something? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I have, my mind likes to limit me. So don't let your mind trick you. Be the observer of your thoughts. Don't interact with them. I mean, you can have thoughts, and if they're persistent, tell it to go the hell away. You don't want them anymore. So today I wrote, what is a vision? A vision is a place or a thing that your soul calls for, your inner being. The home your soul calls out for. The knowing of the soul for what is true, for its happiness. Never give up on your visions. Do whatever you can to make your dreams come true, no matter what it is. I mean, do whatever is possible for you. No matter how big or small you feel you can do to achieve your vision, all is not in vain, because you're at least going and doing what you're able. And so if you're able to do that, how is that in vain? So live in the vision. Feel that vision. Smell the vision. You know, if it's say it's a place you want to be, an ocean or something. Smell the sea, the ocean, hear the water, roaring and swooshing. Feel that, and then each and every day, it will get stronger and stronger, and more real. It will get to the point where your outside world won't even affect your inside world. I'm getting close. I'm getting so close to that. I didn't think I would be this close. That's why I'm kind of observing what I wrote, because I'm realizing I'm getting so much closer. So I actually love my life. I wouldn't trade it for another that isn't at peace, because I'm at peace. I'm pretty much at peace, other than the fact that I don't have any money. And I know that I need that to pay for these worldly things that they make us pay for. So, yeah. Right. So I love my life, and I wouldn't trade it for another that isn't at peace with all the amenities that my outside world doesn't have at this time. I know that I will touch my vision. It wasn't a vision unless it is real. You can't think about something that's not real. It's real as soon as you can envision it. You can't see what is not possible. So that's really what I wanted to talk about. And this was an extremely long video. So if you're still with me, I truly appreciate you. And I hope this was helpful. Because I don't know what's ahead, and I don't want to think about what's ahead. I'm good for the moment. I'm protected for the moment. And we need to worry about, I don't even want to say worry about. We just need to deal with what we're dealt with at the given time. That's what I want to say. And if you do find